6 lockers. 6 Rafflesia flowers. 5 chickens.
7 students?
Life and death. This is the information we have.
And the conclusion we have come to is, look at the lockers.
9 trees.
We calculated in between episodes how many students at a minimum it would take to get to this floor, and the number we came up with was 8.
The bare minimum of students that would have to live and die, as it turns out.
So why are there exactly enough lockers for each student here? I mean, we're not counting Mukuro. Isn't that interesting? Our obsession with lockers has finally gotten us somewhere!
That's right. We are the Bittersweet Gamers, and we are overthinking these lockers.
I'm We Squared.
And I'm the Opinionator, and we're just kidding, for God's sake. Anyway, let's move on! We've explored the new area, but it's true. Life and death, all these plants, and I just wonder, with 6 students left, 7 if you count Mukuro Ikusaba, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Mukuro Ikusaba. Mukuro Ikusaba. Mukuro Ikusaba. I'll stop.
I guess I've seen what there is to see up here for now. But once again, nothing I found seems to make any real sense.
We didn't find a photograph, for instance.
And there is not a staircase up.
That's correct.
Outside of that staircase up, outside of the warehouse, back on the first floor, there is no other way up.
And the biology room is locked.
So we have several locked doors, and we're at the top. Does that mean there's no point in any other murders, or is the next one going to open the other one on the first floor?
I would assume so.
Well, I suppose we'll find out in a few days.
Yeah.
I need to head back to the dining hall and find out what the others turned up.
I found out I have hay fever.
No, everybody is going to react like that upon running into those stinky Rafflesia.
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't it seem like there should be something like really meaningful about finding life and death and life that causes death on the final floor of the killing game?
Yeah,
but what does it mean? One after another, everyone made their way to the dining hall. And before too long...
It would appear everyone has returned. But still, it's just the 6 of us. That's barely enough for a decent volleyball team. What do you say, guys versus girls, shirts versus skins? We're the shirts, you're the skins?
Well, that's not necessarily unappealing, but it's a little late for that, man. Maybe now's not the time for jokes like that.
I'm Yasuhiro. Now's always the time.
Hey! Don't be an idiot. We gotta think positive. Besides, even if one more person dies, we can still field the basketball team.
Hey, that's right. That's like reverse positive thinking.
You're one to talk!
You reverse the polarity.
Anyway, there's no time to be depressed. Dang it, I was actually thinking about that reversing the polarity thing. I was like, what would the effects of that be? Maybe Yasuhiro could have, like, electricity arcing off of his hair? Or, for the sake of everyone we've lost, we have to do our best.
Can we stop all this group hug nonsense? We need to find out what everyone discovered.
Byakuya, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come up and I'm going to give you a hug. And you are going to hate it so much.
Oh God, no. Please don't even joke about that, Makoto.
Then leave me alone. All right, Mr. Friendly, what do you think?
By the way, did any of you find it? The other strange room on the 5th floor? Well, no. Strange is a massive understatement.
Well, the other rooms were mainly life. This one was the room of death.
Yeah. The smell of flesh and fat and blood.
Okay, I didn't even think about it until just right now. Eye for an eye. Okay, the
normal thing is ripped down.
Yeah, it's ripped down, and behind it, written in blood, is eye for an eye. But Monokuma has said
that's
before
true.
When he was punishing students, eye for an eye.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't. I mean, okay, no. Not when he was punishing students. That makes it sound like it's an execution,
right?
Or somebody breaking a regulation.
He said that when he found out like about alter ego.
Yeah, that we were lying to him and things like that. So that is a Monokuma thing,
or
not
Sakura's betrayal. One of the two.
Yeah.
Whichever one it was, he did actually say eye for an eye, fang for a fang. The white outlines of countless corpses. It was more dreadful than anything I've encountered here so far. What the hell are you talking about? Ghosts?
You didn't find it? Dude, the occult is bullcrap.
The smell itself was horrific, far beyond any normal murder scene. Every body's smell, concentrated.
God, I'm glad I didn't see it. I feel like I'm gonna barf just hearing you describe it.
But I mean, what the hell happened in that room? I can only think of one thing. A large group of people died right there in that room. A bunch of people were killed in there.
That has to be what happened, but what the circumstances are... Stop, seriously. I'm gonna throw up.
It can't be.
Perhaps that's what was meant by the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. You're thinking the same thing then. My theory is, the mass murder that took place in that room is the incident said to have happened 1 year ago. I don't know about that.
Now, hold on. The way that Monokuma was talking, it made it sound like it wasn't really... there's no way it was the greatest, most horrific tragedy in human history.
I mean, that's bad, but...
It's really bad, but I doubt that was the apocalypse. I'm only saying that because of the goofy way Monokuma was talking about it.
Now, it's possible that some event may have caused people to go crazy and kill each other, and that was, like, a part of it.
I mean, that is very possibly true, that the world became a killing game, and this is... Or not a killing game, but like the site of a bunch of mass murder, and this is something to represent that in some way. I don't know, I don't really like that idea. When I say I don't like that idea... Rather, I mean, I don't like this type of thought. I don't find it effective. I reject it as I'm mumbling. It just sounds like I'm making a moral judgment or like a value judgment.
I gotcha.
That's not what I'm doing anytime I say, I don't like that idea. Just throwing that out there. The awful scene in that room. That was the tragedy that happened a year ago. I mean... It is plausible.
In other words...
Precisely. The tragedy is another name for the genocide of the student body of Hope's Peak Academy.
Right. Not apocalypse of the world, but apocalypse of...
More a localized tragedy. Okay.
The people here. And that would be the incident that caused... That's
supposedly
a year ago, or that's when the letter was, but that caused the school to shut down because all the students died. Now, why did that happen? Did that happen because of Monokuma? Did it happen at all? We
don't know.
We can't trust anything we get.
If that's true.
And, I mean, is that the quote-unquote reward for making it to the top? Is some evidence of all of the... And then Monokuma said, well, it was like this when I got here.
That would just simply imply that he wasn't responsible for the tragedy.
Yes.
That's all that would mean.
Yes.
It's all clear.
That would explain why Hope's Peak was forced to close its doors. I mean, I guess that all makes sense, but it's all just so awful.
Dude, the game we're in. I mean, yes, it is just so awful. Not just awful, super awfully awful.
The ultimate awful?
They're right. It's beyond the ultimate awful. It's terrible. It's tragic. It's hopeless. But still, how is it not one of us ever heard about something like that happening?
Memory muddling.
They do need to address this, that there has been some amount of time that has passed. Does that mean they really did cover it up? Or is it more likely that we're just the latest batch of people to be cut loose in it?
Yeah.
It could have been, instead of all the students being murdered, everyone is taking place in whatever it is that's going on.
You know.
I mean, that's kind of what I thought of before, especially when you think about the student that was executed in the game intro.
Yeah. What if What if this is a simulation, what if we're put here to try and figure that out? Find out what happened with the tragedy and all that good stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. One of the things I'd called it was potentially a thought experiment. That this thing might just be something like that. But instead of trying to get us to sort through information that would be... Now, I'm not saying I buy this. I'm just thinking it through, okay? But rather than information that whoever did this would certainly have that information and more, rather than trying to figure out what happened through analyzing data, figure out what happened by analyzing like emotions and actual events.
Yeah.
Like experience a lot of despair and tragedy in order to understand how a tragedy could have happened. I mean, I guess that's something. It just occurred to me, after all this time, Aoi has a paperclip in her hair. I checked all the windows on the 5th floor, front to back. That used to kind of be Sakura's job, but... Anyway, no dice. There were metal plates on all the windows, just like everywhere else.
Correct.
Which means no chance of escape on the 5th floor either.
But when I was looking around, I realized something about the layout of the school.
Yes?
Oh, I am very interested in this.
Just a second.
You took a good look around the 5th floor yourself, didn't you, Makoto?
Oh, why do you ask?
Because if you did, you must have noticed. The 5th floor is lacking something every other floor has.
Restrooms.
Also stairs up, but yes, also restrooms.
I mean, the stairs up are, of course, that's what they're talking about. But there weren't any bathrooms! Something on all the other floors, but not on the stairs. Isn't that how we started the episode, too?
I think so, yeah.
There aren't any stairs leading up from the 5th floor. That's what you're talking about, right? Probably not the bathrooms this time?
Does that mean the 5th floor is the end?
Well, there's still the other stairs here.
What? We're finally starting to get a clear picture of this school. All that's left is to solve the underlying mystery. But that's the hardest part.
Okay.
Even if it's hard, we still gotta do it. Yeah, Hina's right. We've come this far.
We've lost so much.
We've sacrificed so much. The position that we're in now, carrying the hopes and dreams of everyone who came before us. This is what we have to take care of. Something that I just got distracted and I wanted to mention at the start of the last episode. And this is significant too. It's actually kind of frustrating that I hadn't, because I had actually been thinking about this. So, coming into this chapter, we have Byakuya, who had just constantly been threatening everybody, crowing about how he was going to win this game and kill everyone here, which we even openly said sometimes, okay? Then Asahina, who decided to try and deliberately mislead everyone here
So that everyone died.
so that everyone would die to pay for what they had done. Yasuhiro and Toko both did try to kill Sakura and hide it. Okay? Everyone at this point has done something awful, plus all the people who have done something awful up until this point. I mean, when Byakuya is like the least awful in terms of all that, there's something crazy going on. Byakuya didn't actually try to kill anybody. He just said he was going to over and over and
That's
sort of
true.
encouraged it.
That's true.
But at the end, Byakuya bowed out, and everyone's resolve was
Strengthened.
the previous chapter. One of the things that it started with was a group of people, not including Byakuya and Toko, and they were all like, "Well, I'm not going to kill anybody." And I had thought at that time that meant that somebody there was going to kill somebody else there.
Right.
Technically, that happened. I mean,
Yeah.
Sakura killed Sakura, but it didn't.
Right.
Even though they actually tried, Yasuhiro actually did try. In a sense, they sort of kept to that. They kept to that vow. It's like at this point, after all of this, no one's playing the game anymore, right?
That's correct.
So it's just let's let it all go, all of it. We just have to let it all go and work together. None of this really necessarily had to happen in the first place. But it did, okay?
Right.
And so here we are. And so the least we can do now is just forgive it all. Just let it all go for everyone. Just so we can get out of here.
For everyone. Yeah.
Everything will be okay. As long as we work together for once, I'm sure we'll make it out of this. No, not I'm sure. We absolutely will make it out, no matter what it takes.
Well, there's no point talking to her.
Hey, Byakuya. It seems like Toko wants to say something.
So, why are you telling me? Well, because you told her to zip it or whatever. I'd forgotten about that. Jesus, man, I know you like torturing her, but come on.
Hey, she likes being tortured by him.
Well, Toko, if you want to envelop us all in your putrid breath, I won't stop you. You honor me, master.
My God!
And don't worry, I took care of the odor problem. I ate 3 bars of soap.
Well, you know, she never did. She showered, once a week?
I don't know. Seriously, you're just gonna take it? Just shut up and don't interrupt when my master and me are talking.
Okay, you can shut your mouth again, okay? Okay, so what did you want to tell us? I'm not going to react to anything at all.
Well, I was in a classroom on the 5th floor and something caught my attention.
All the notes written to Makoto? Oh!
It was this.
A combat knife?
What the?
A knife? Whoa, that thing is huge. It's like Rambo size and serrated on one end. That's not for cooking.
What?
It's a survival knife of some type.
But what was it doing in a classroom?
Well,
How would I know?
Very suspicious.
What are you going to use that knife for? What are you planning to do to us? I'm not going to do anything. I just picked it up. I didn't want to leave a knife just lying around.
Yeah, that's good.
How about that?
I'd rather have it laying around than in the hands of a serial killer.
She's already got her scissors.
Yeah.
And if she's going to kill somebody here, there's a 100% chance that it's going to be either
Byakuya.
or Asahina. Well, she was going to do it anyway if she was going to, which I at least am not prepared to have great confidence that she won't, but...
Don't compare me to her. I'm nothing like her.
If we
Psychic powers activate.
if we knew you and knew who you were without you being so crazy,
Yeah.
then maybe we could believe that. But the only thing you ever show us, like, this is the most positive thing you've ever shown us. How can anybody have faith in you like this? It's not that we don't want to, we've just forgiven everyone, but you've got to give us something. Listen, more important,
Completely unfazed.
now that we have... I don't think she's going to ever be phased again by... Well, they might start a fight.
That's true.
There's some real tension between the two girls. Now that we have the knife, what are we going to do with it?
We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do.
what's your
I don't want it anyway. It's too dangerous and not as elegant as my scissors.
Hey, Toko, you haven't been sneezing or anything, have you? Okay, well, what are we going to do with this?
Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto?
Huh. Me?
Oh yeah, I totally trust Makoto to take care of it. He's such a wimp.
Then that's that. Hold on, don't I get a say?
All clear.
It just shows how much they trust you. You should do as they ask.
Byakuya is right. You sure it's trust? I feel like they're just using me.
I feel like no one wants the responsibility, so they're shoving it off on me. Okay, so here you go, Makoto.
They're acting like I already said yes, but I guess in the end I don't really have a choice anyway. Fine. Guess there's nothing I can do. I'll just keep it in my desk drawer for now.
Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Hey, Toko. Do I still have bad breath? Sorry. I'm sorry it stinks. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
You made a valuable discovery. Good job.
Now, does she like being praised?
Huh? She probably doesn't know how to handle it. Huh? Huh?
Eyes roll back in her head and she just like, ew.
Did Master just praise me?
And then he like throws a little treat, like a breath mint. Hey, good for you.
Yeah. I'm dreaming. I must be dreaming.
Her eyes are gonna open and they're gonna be hearts. And she's just gonna start twirling.
That I would ever experience such a dream. I feel strange. So strange. Really strange. Oh no. Whenever I look at Toko these days, it makes me feel sad. We'll go with sad.
There is nothing I can do to add to that. We'll go with sad.
You know?
Well, there's a big garden up on the 5th floor, and I found more than one thing to be worried about. A stupidly large plant, a chicken coop, and I know what you're going to say, but a tool shed.
Okay. What did he expect us to... Monokuma said that was called a Monokuma flower.
Wait! If it was made by the ultimate botanist before the tragedy, then Monokuma must have already been a thing. Maybe he's Hope's Peak's mascot. Why else would it be called a Monokuma flower?
Oh, well, he could have just made it up, though.
Maybe, but I think there might be more to that.
There might be, but I don't think it's going to be that Monokuma is the high school mascot.
Well, I mean...
Makoto would have known from looking it up. This place is sort of a celebrity. And if you want to find out what your local high school sports team mascot is, it's not hard.
That's true, but we also can't trust Makoto's memory.
We can't... But if you say it that...
If you look at the Hope's Peak icon, like the symbol, the crest, it's got the Monokuma eye on it. There's like a pen going one way and the Monokuma eye crossing it.
For Hope's Peak?
Yeah, from the very beginning, when he walked up to it, I pointed out that the crest had the Monokuma eye on it. I'm just saying it might be something, maybe.
The only thing I'm pushing back on is the mascot. I mean, couldn't you also say that the person who is clearly doing all this stuff at Hope's Peak and who has the name like for monochrome is black and white adopted the symbol of Hope's Peak?
Okay, I see what you're saying. That's possible.
That's more likely than requiring memory manipulation of like an easily... I mean, if you rely too much on memory manipulation, then why should we believe anybody is anything?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Anyway, nobody needs to get near that plant or it will eat you, if it's even real.
It's totally a man-eating plant. I'm pretty sure it's different from the one that lives in the pipe, though.
The pipe? You mean like a piranha plant?
Anyway, that thing must benefit from the sprinkler system as much as anything else in there.
Have you seen a piranha plant around here?
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Did it spit a fireball?
Do-do-do-do-do-do. Sorry, what?
Did you go down the pipe? Anyway, apparently the sprinklers come on every morning at 7:30 on the dot. Which is how... Oh, I can't talk about Mukuro Ikusaba here, but that's how the 16th student is able to get drinking water.
Probably.
And then eats the replenished chickens to live. So the 16th student has been up here the entire time, and that is complete horsepucky. But I wanted to say it again anyway.
Yeah, remember that? You don't want to get drenched and catch a cold.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to worry. They say idiots never catch colds, you know? Have you
Well,
ever...
I guess we're safe then, huh, Asahina, huh?
I can't safely refute that.
Of course not, because idiots never get wet. Especially me. Do you see this hair?
You know, there's something fairly profound about that. I think you're thinking of ducks? I'm only starting to worry about you, Yasuhiro. Can you tell me what 10 plus 10 is?
Hey, come on! You don't always have to call me dumb. I don't get off on it like Toko does. I may have been held back 3 times, but that doesn't make me stupid. But if it'll make you happy, I'll answer your dumb question.
Okay.
So, what was the question again?
Never mind. I do love how he's actually really perceptive every so often.
Hey,
My concern is with the biolab. That was the only place on the 5th floor that we couldn't access.
We've never really run into rooms this locked before, you know?
Yeah.
We still haven't been able to deal with the rest of the rooms on the 4th floor. We just can't get access to them, and now we have this room without access.
Right?
Maybe there's a secret passage going from one of the lockers into the biolab.
Secret tunnel! Secret tunnel!
Biolab, huh? I wonder what's in there.
If this were like a cliche horror game, it'd be some kind of creature, the final boss, or tyrant, or...
Yeah, you know, I'd say something about Tyrant there, but I did in the last episode explicitly make a biohazard joke, so I'm going to ignore this one.
but
We're not in a horror game.
I know, we're in a
No.
visual novel type game. This is clearly a trial game. Either way, we don't need to worry about it at the moment. Don't bother thinking about something that can't be understood, no matter how much you think about it.
Naturally.
Your tiny brains can only do so much, so focus on utilizing them efficiently.
Do you get the feeling he's talking to us?
I do now! F you.
well,
I don't really like how you said it, but what you said is probably right.
What?
No, how I said it is right too.
I still hate you.
Wait, who haven't we talked to? I guess Byakuya?
Oh, no, we're back to Yasuhiro. We still have other
Oh,
things
you're
to ask
right.
him about. Tool shed! You noticed it too, huh? That pickaxe?
Huh? What about the pickaxe?
Well, even though I say you noticed it too to Yasuhiro, there's no way he actually noticed. So I should really tell you what was on it.
Right.
There was a pickaxe in the tool shed, and the words Crazy Diamond had been carved into the handle.
Why was there a pickaxe there, now that I think about it? That's not a gardening tool, is it?
Well, that was the first thing I was thinking of, is why there was a pickaxe there, but then upon looking at it, we just stopped thinking about that and started thinking about Crazy Diamond. Do you suppose it was Mondo's brother? Or was it Mondo's? Why couldn't it have been Mondo's pickaxe?
It could have been Mondo's brother. Surely he went to school, and if he might be an ultimate in his own right.
Maybe he was the ultimate gang leader, ultimate biker gang leader before Mondo was.
That's true.
Haven't we seen that phrase somewhere before? So a second ago... No, wrong, Crazy Diamond. So I did say,
Uh-huh.
why couldn't Mondo have a pickaxe?
Uh-huh.
And it struck me, like, what reason would I have to say that?
Why would a biker have a pickaxe?
Except here's a pickaxe with Crazy Diamond on it!
That's fair.
And that's what I wanted to point out! It is self-evident! Crazy Diamond. That does sound kind of familiar, I think. Wasn't it part 4? Or...
I don't just think. I know. We've definitely seen that phrase before.
Huh? Where? Oh, that's it, I remember!
Makoto, are you feeling okay?
It was on Mondo's uniform, on the back of his jacket. Plus, if you talked to him, that was the name of his game. Gang. Gabe. Goob. His jacket said the same thing, right? Crazy Diamond?
I see.
You're absolutely right. I'm beside myself.
But why would that be on the pickaxe in the garden?
Mondo must have snuck it in there and done it, right? But we didn't have access to the garden until today.
Unless we did.
True!
Previous cycle.
That's true.
Maybe whatever it is that's going on.
Before it got locked down and the murder games began and everyone's memories got taken or whatever.
Well, no, this is me saying that this is cyclical and that in another cycle, Mondo happened to be in that cycle.
I see.
But Ow! It's just somebody got up there and put Crazy Diamond on the pickaxe.
That's right.
You know, I kind of feel like that's a Minecraft reference. Diamond pickaxe.
I suppose that's possible. Then maybe Mondo brought it with him when he first came here and Monokuma confiscated it?
I like that idea. That sounds like something I'd say.
Well, that's actually pretty plausible. But he would have said something. Well, remember Hifumi's camera disappeared from his own possession.
That's true. Okay.
So, and we know that you can bring all types of crazy stuff. Maybe, maybe Mondo was just one of those guys who liked playing the Kunio-kun games. And so he had, a weapon to use with his Grand Slam technique, and his was a pickaxe.
He'd fit in a Kunio-kun game.
Whatever the reason... The good reason, that's what stuck out to me in the tool shed. The pickaxe connected to Mondo.
Well, what stuck out to me wasn't the pickaxe at all.
The lawnmower? What did?
Yo.
What I noticed was the lawnmower. I'm thinking maybe we can use it to call for help somehow.
Excuse me? How are you gonna call for help with the lawnmower?
I don't know. Maybe I can use it to make crop circles or something. He calls bullcrap. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna make crop circles.
Okay, feel free to go on up there and make some crop circles. Just be real careful, okay? And let us know if you find something. Please go away and let the intelligent people speak.
Well?
And we can use those to call for help.
Who's gonna see them? The painted clouds? What the heck's happened to you? Have I only just now noticed that you were this dumb? You weren't like this in the beginning,
Well, back then my personality hadn't quite solidified yet. I didn't really get very many lines. I wasn't very evident in the game, and,
Yeah, we even did think that we predicted that Yasuhiro was going to be the first character to die.
Because psychic.
No, because of the psychic thing, like that's too valuable, and because we figured he just didn't have enough of a personality. Now, is this fourth wall humor? Or is this something that is extremely important?
Huh!
It's Yasuhiro, so you can never be sure.
We're not sure if it's like a patented insight or just him being goofy.
We have expressed several times that maybe this is only for Makoto. Maybe Makoto and Kyoko and maybe a few other people were the only real people here.
Yeah.
And these are props. Can't you tell the difference between a program and a friend?
Yeah.
An alter ego was overflowing with courage? Is that just because, he's a well-done AI made by the ultimate programmer? Or because all of the programs here, all of the AIs are pretty well developed?
Oh.
Why are we playing Makoto as opposed to someone else? It's just...
That's pretty interesting. Everyone is AIs!
Maybe half the people are. Maybe the murder victims are chosen ahead of time.
Yeah! Like that would be why there's 6... There are 6 lockers.
Or maybe that's why, just for the record, I'm not seriously saying anything about lockers. Now, this guy, I'm saying something seriously about lockers. Okay, I couldn't help it. In all seriousness, how many people here are filling roles versus actually being here? Could be all of them. This is just a way to think about it. But with that line, and Yasuhiro, the things Yasuhiro says, they're so out there, but it's just...
What if it's the 30% kicking in?
That's what I'm saying.
I see.
Some of the stuff that he says has to be true. Let's say 20%, because 30% is his best. Does that mean that 1 in 5 of the ridiculous things he spouts is in fact true? I didn't think it was possible, but I'm more disappointed in you now than I've ever been.
Oh, I feel sad now.
Don't worry. I'll keep talking to you, Yasuhiro.
Yay!
All right, let's talk about the chickens. There were a bunch of chickens in the chicken coop, right?
That's right. 5 5 chickens!
I was waiting for it! A grown man that talks about Sesame Street! I love chicken.
Protein!
Let's raise them up big and fat. Then we can make fried chicken or barbecue. Decisions. Oh, or how about raw? Because there's nothing fresher than raw, right?
I think that's a bad idea.
Probably shouldn't eat raw chicken.
Salmonella or something?
You should. You know I've had salmonella.
Oh yeah, you told me. Oh.
Yes, I have in fact. I have gotten salmonella from eggs. It was awful! Everything they tell you about it, it's all true! It's the most horrible thing that ever happened to me in my whole life. So anyway, don't eat raw chicken.
I'm pretty sure that'd kill you, like I said. Well, I think that's all the new information we have for now, and I can't stand listening to these idiots anymore.
Sorry, Byakuya, jeez!
Jeez, man! So, now what do we do? Well, starting today, you're all under my command. But before we proceed, I need to figure something out.
Okay, you can command Toko and Yasuhiro around, and Aoi, I guess, but not the rest of us, alright?
Especially us.
No way.
Jeez, how cocky can you be? You're gonna bust through the ceiling if your head gets any bigger.
By all means, knock yourself out, in more ways than one. So, what is it you want to figure out?
Kyoko's identity.
Oh, are we going to go ahead and have this discussion now?
Feel like we should.
It's pretty important, and having everybody here go, hey, so, all at the same time, isn't now the time we can do this? I know she doesn't want to talk about it, but...
Well...
Kyoko's identity, but Kyoko is Kyoko, right?
Yes, but who is she? The rest of us have a clear, definable reason for having been selected to attend Hope's Peak Academy. Hina's the ultimate swimming pro, Hiro's the ultimate clairvoyant, even Makoto is the ultimate lucky student.
More unlucky than lucky these days, but,
So what about Kyoko? Can anyone tell me what she is?
The ultimate suspicious person.
Yes!
The ultimate rival. Monokuma.
Now that you mention it, she's never told us.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
I momentarily thought about that, actually.
I wasn't entirely joking when I threw out Monokuma. Well, Kyoko doesn't really like talking about herself anyway, right? And I still have to say, every time in these games, it's generally not towards near the very end that I stop suspecting the main character.
Yeah. When it gets to memory shenanigans, it could be anyone, even the main character.
Or even if there's not memory shenanigans.
That's true.
I mean, you need to suspect the main character every time, because at least 30% of the time in games like this that I've played, or 20 maybe, 20%, but that's more than once.
Hey, that's pretty good accuracy.
You're right. Anyway, it's turned out to be the main character sometimes, okay?
It's not a matter of what she likes or doesn't like. This is a matter of trust.
Now is the time.
Can you trust someone who's unwilling to reveal their true identity?
Byakuya tried to be nice. He forgave someone. He's cooperating.
You always know where you stand with me. At the edge of a cliff.
There's something to be said for knowing how he's going to treat you, but he's going to treat you the same. It's like he's even this guy is here.
He complimented Toko.
Yeah, okay. He's still a dick, but it's fine. No more secrets.
Yeah. We need to avoid raising any more unnecessary suspicion. So, Kyoko, it's time you told us.
Please.
She can't.
Yeah, you're right.
She can't.
She
barely remembers her past.
It's the only reason, because I mean, she has
the ultimate amnesiac.
She has been trustworthy. Why? How couldn't? But she's also not. It's just she appears to be on our side. Probably.
Maybe. I can't.
Yep.
What? Why won't you tell us?
Then make sure, don't do the same thing that Makoto did before.
Huh?
Make sure to tell us you can't, because you just can't.
Yeah.
Wrong.
I didn't say I won't.
Okay, thank you.
I said I can't. Look, what do you mean?
So...
Because I don't remember.
Yeah. Not surprised.
I have no memory of what I am. What an interesting thing to say!
Of what I am.
Yeah.
Not who. You have no memory. You mean amnesia?
It raises my special defense by 2 stages.
Well, that's not very useful here because we haven't had anything that does special type damage.
What?
If I thought you had a sense of humor, I'd say you were joking. But if this is a joke, I'm not laughing. You can't be serious right now, can you? I knew you wouldn't believe me. That's why I didn't say anything. But it doesn't matter. Either way, the truth will make itself clear before we're done.
Okay, how about this then? What if, as a way to not make us suspect you or continue to suspect you, because Byakuya has had a lot of suspicions of her for a while, and he's even specifically bringing this up. Why don't you tell us some piece of information we don't have yet? So,
yeah, why don't you just come clean with what you know, what you do know?
For instance, what about... You can't talk about anything that had to do with the secret room, sure, because nobody else here knows that as far as we know. Only Makoto and Kyoko. What about saying what you think is going on with your body? What's changed?
Right.
What did you notice? Sakura noticed it too.
Right.
This is something you should say.
What?
So you have no intention of telling us. Then I can no longer stand by and do nothing. What are you going to do? Torture me? Nothing so barbaric as that.
It's all clear now.
I will simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity.
Huh.
I'm going to tie you up. I wish the master would tie me up.
How fascinating. We were thinking some time ago about doing something like this.
Right.
And then it turns out the person we were wanting to do it to is the one who is proposing it. On the one hand, I want to trust Kyoko, and I think she is trustworthy. But how can we deal with this?
Yeah.
The best thing Kyoko could do at this point is to just go along with it?
Right.
And it's probably not going to really slow her down anyway.
Probably not, to be honest.
I just don't know. I don't know. By going along with it, it demonstrates a degree of goodwill, and by Byakuya, just like you said, you always know where you stand. There's nothing funny going on because he's just saying it straight up.
Right. Limit my options?
Just give up.
Give me the key to your room.
But if she gives you her room key, she can't go to sleep in her room. She'll be breaking a school regulation.
And if she doesn't want that, she'll talk. It's easy. All she has to do is tell us about herself.
Okay. What we were talking about a second ago...
Yeah, it's different from
and
this.
what you are saying, not the same. Not the same. Just hold on. A threat like that...
Fine, I understand. Good. You're finally in the mood for conversation.
Without saying a word, Kyoko walked right up to Byakuya and
gave her key, yes.
held out a room key to him.
Can't be.
You damn fool! Why do you refuse to talk?
She isn't refusing.
He can barely wrap his brain around self-sacrifice.
He's getting better about it. No, you're right.
He
you're
is,
right.
but this is why it's shocking him. He doesn't actually think that she's telling the truth about this.
Right. And so by just going along with it, that it demonstrates her good faith. At least it's the best she can do.
Right.
Other than, talking about some of the stuff she knows that she hasn't shared yet.
Whether I want to or not, I can't. All I can do is keep telling you that.
Maybe she really did lose her memory.
If you really think about it, it doesn't sound totally impossible.
Think back to the first motive, guys. Monokuma had access to our memories at least at some point.
This is the worst school ever, where only the worst stuff happens, right? Amnesia would fit right in.
I know that was a long time ago, but...
Man, it feels weird not seeing something out of left field.
He does that sometimes. Toko was like, there's no way people could know about this. Who else had a reaction? And Celeste as well had that sort of a reaction. That could come up.
However,
The worst school, where only the worst things happen? Do you really mean that? Huh?
hey,
Can you really be sure that life here has been filled with only the worst things. Huh?
What do you mean?
Perhaps I've said too much.
Kyoko then turned her back on us and, without a word, began to walk away. I mean...
Maybe she has someone else's room key and will just crash in their place.
She got into Makoto's room.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, Monokuma, despite the monochrome thing, if that is indeed where they're going with that... I mean, the other one could be 1.
Yeah.
You know, mono 1. But both of those are untrue. Monokuma isn't monochrome.
Right,
There's not
right.
1. There's 2. He's black and he's white.
Yeah.
So, you know, hope and despair. Is she saying hope? That could be what she's talking about.
Come on.
Where do you think you're going?
Bye.
Don't worry, I'm not going to do anything to harm any of you.
Those were her last words as she left. I hit that 1 turbo button again. Kyoko's last words. The dining hall was silent. The only sound was the door opening and closing as Kyoko left the room.
What's her deal?
But
I think you went too far taking a room key like that.
For her, that wasn't far enough. Or maybe she gets off on the attention. I can't believe her enjoying getting yelled at.
She's just a wonderful little bundle of projection, isn't she?
Stop talking.
You're getting noisy again, Toko.
Come on.
Sorry, I can still hear you. The sound of you breathing, of your heart beating. It grates on me. Are you telling her to die? I mean, I know how you feel, but...
Oi, don't go quite this far with the jokes, okay? What's Kyoko gonna do now?
She's going to crash in our room.
Yeah, she's probably going to Makoto's room, yes. Well, she's off to do mysterious stuff.
Yeah.
Patrols or whatever it is she does, and then she'll end up there. But the others, they don't really know about any of the stuff that Kyoko's done because Makoto and Kyoko have kept it secret.
Right.
You know, maybe now is the time to come clean with some of this stuff.
I feel like that would be a smart thing to do.
And I said maybe, you know? I think it's a little stronger than that. Oh, this situation, it's just like before. This is not getting angry at each other, snapping at each other, and openly not trusting each other. It's no different from when everyone started accusing Sakura. And I'm no different either. I still can't stop anyone.
Whoa!
What the?
What the hell? Why are you yelling all of a sudden?
Cause, look!
It's you! How long have you been standing there? I'm very, very angry!
Why? Angry at what?
At the thief! Yes, that's right! I'm very sad to have to tell you there's a thief in your midst. Wait, if she's able to break into your room, she could probably get into the other locked rooms.
And this also means if there's a thief, Monokuma didn't notice. It was the decoy thing.
And we
the
did
other
run into
night.
her on that floor.
Right. The thing is this proves that Monokuma
It's not omniscient.
he can only consider so many things at once.
Right.
So there is a way of fighting back against him.
Huh? My precious! They stole it!
Well, a ring that makes you invisible would make it easy to understand how you move around,
Gollum!
You're precious!
Your teacher had such faith in you, and this is how you repay me? With betrayal? Reality is filled with so much hardship, isn't it? No wonder people run away into their fantasies.
Like you? But what the heck is your precious?
Shut up! I hope all of you get stuck in a hiring freeze and die penniless on the street! There, take that, Baka.
What the heck?
And he's gone! What the heck was that all about?
I wonder if Monokuma is just like revenge of the angry, ignored office worker.
So,
Like, take that! Middle management will kill you all! He said something about his Precious getting stolen. Does anyone have any idea what that might mean?
It likely has something to do with Kyoko.
You know, Makoto said, I'm not any different. I haven't changed. I still can't stop anyone from doing anything.
Yeah.
But he's not coming forward with information he has that could help exonerate Kyoko. At
Maybe
least
that's
a
part
little
of what
bit.
he means, too.
Yeah, I know. If that's what he's worried about, why doesn't he do it? Instead, we just get a
Who else other than her would be willing and able to steal something from Monokuma?
So Makoto could talk about...
Last night?
It has to be significant. Did Monokuma come to us right here just to tell us that there's something he doesn't know about?
Probably. He doesn't do... Everything he does is for a reason.
I mean, is the reason... I did not know who did this. Byakuya just said it, so Monokuma should be able to find out now. Easily, right?
Yeah.
If he genuinely didn't know.
I mean, even if he isn't always paying attention to the cameras, don't they record?
I don't know.
Can't he just look back?
Maybe. If he takes the time, we know he only has so much attention, the attention of one person.
That's
or
true.
maybe it's the attention of more, but I kind of doubt that. And the jig is up if he heard Byakuya. If there ever was a jig to begin with. Arg! What is truth and what is lie? Did Kyoko really steal something from Monokuma? But if that's true, what was it? And
Really?
This is the dumbest question
Really?
I ever asked, but why would she do that?
Go to sleep!
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m.
I figured he'd be more surly.
As such, it is officially nighttime.
Yeah.
Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Either the ritual is more important. I don't think this is recorded. I believe we already established that.
Yeah, he kind of said something different one time.
Yeah, and he also has repeated his own ritual many times. Like in the class trial at the beginning, he always says the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's very important.
Which, in a way, might point to evidence that he is a computer program. Just something to consider.
Or he's a highly ritual-minded person. That's
No,
why there's so much-
it's AI program.
I've never...
Marketing AI.
Every single... He's a locker AI.
He's a locker AI.
Every single time, I have never dismissed that idea of the AI. Oh, we need to get out of here.
We could talk about this more tomorrow, and about Kyoko. Why don't we just talk about this right outside? However, after what just happened with Monokuma and Kyoko, I feel like there's something in the air.
Oh, really? Let's see. Maybe it's something really stupid you did.
I would suggest you take extra precautions tonight. Stay in your rooms. Don't go wandering around.
well,
Not like we need you to tell us that. Maybe
I'm in control here. I am the commander.
maybe you would have known that if you would have shown up before.
Well then, let's disperse. I'll see you all tomorrow. We can take what we can get from him.
He is something of a natural. I mean, he just took control of the whole thing. Following his lead, each of us went back to our rooms. Oh yeah, that's right. I need to put away the knife that I got from Toko and look for Kyoko in the bathroom. I think the safest place for it will be in my desk drawer. Anyway, is Kyoko really going to be okay? She possibly can't get into her room, or she really can. What's she going to do? Isn't there something I can do? Something I can do.
Yes?
Time to act suspicious, but Makoto only does dumb things around Kyoko.
That's fair. Oh.
Nah. Or I just fell asleep. And then Kyoko just comes and dings the doorbell. Well, as I opened my eyes, I realized I'd fallen asleep without realizing it. But more important, did I hear the doorbell? It never even occurred to me, he says. I've been waiting, come on in. I mean, Kyoko, gasp! What are you doing here? Whatever will the people say?
You mean aside from shipping us like they always do? I'll be waiting for you in the dressing room. See you there.
Hey, wait, Kyoko!
Well, then they can talk.
Without acknowledging me, Kyoko disappeared into the depths of the darkened hallway. I know we're not supposed to go out during nighttime, but I can't just not go. Man, keeping secrets from the others now that we've come together, we shouldn't do that. I'm gonna go keep more secrets. It's like in Persona 5, Joker, man. He doesn't tell anybody anything about what's going on ever.
Hey.
Sorry for asking you to meet with me so late.
No, it's okay. I'm used to it.
Correct.
Indeed.
So then.
Well then, let me get straight to the point.
It's something you can't talk about in front of the surveillance cameras, right? So, does that mean... Does this have something to do with whatever it is you stole from Monokuma?
Dots.
Monokuma told us earlier that someone had stolen something from him. Was it you?
Indeed.
That's right.
I like the little smile.
Yeah.
So I was right. But what... Well, so everyone was right.
Yeah.
But what did you steal?
So.
I stole this. That's how she got into Makoto's room. It's a skeleton key.
A master key, I suppose. A key. But looking at it, I could tell it wasn't just any key. It was shaped like Monokuma. It was probably the only key of its kind on Earth. And my God, which room are they going to go into? The bio lab? Because wouldn't one of the others just be death?
Yeah.
Where did you get this?
So.
From the headmaster's room.
Of course, Makoto was in front of the data center, so
Yeah.
that's where she snuck in. Now, we've been explicitly told that the locks are unpickable. We had been assuming for some time that Kyoko could just get in and out.
Right.
But, I mean, it turns out it's true, so how'd she do it? You snuck into the headmaster's room? Even Sakura never got in there. Wasn't it locked?
However.
The lock was broken. Maybe Sakura just broke the lock to the headmaster's room before she killed herself. Yeah! It was Sakura. She did it for us.
Excellent. Excellent. She did.
Indeed.
Remember what she said in her note? I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you. Because she just broke the lock, Monokuma wouldn't notice.
Because she didn't break in.
Right, she didn't break the door or anything.
So she wandered out. When did she do it? It doesn't really matter
It
when
would
she
have had
did
to have
it.
been before she killed herself, obviously.
Yeah, after she had been whanged on the head twice and didn't leave blood
Probably
everywhere.
before that.
Yeah, probably.
It would have had to have been before all that.
So Sakura broke into the headmaster's room for us.
Yeah, if she was going to die anyway. She was planning to kill herself anyway. And if Monokuma can't punish her like was brought up.
Well, I mean, he can try, but he would have noticed if that were the case and
Yeah.
probably wouldn't have. Anyway, she must have gotten it past him because Monokuma doesn't know everything. We've gotten proof now, and here's more proof, and this is probably proof that Sakura knew. Like,
Yeah.
she knew this. Well, all right.
So that we could uncover whatever secrets might lay hidden within.
That's okay. I won't tell anybody that happened. You're pretty quiet anyway.
I don't know what you're talking about.
She did that for us. You know, we talked about it a lot, too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, now we can't go smash through doors. And she violated the school regulations with impunity to help us.
Maybe that's what her challenge to Monokuma.
She'd already decided to die, so her last act was to defy the rules of this place.
I noticed the room was open after the class trial was over yesterday.
She really does do patrols when she's gone, okay.
But if I just strolled into the room, Monokuma would have noticed right away. Which is why I used you as a decoy.
Right. So you asked me to meet you at the data center in order to
I wanted you to draw Monokuma's attention.
Right.
I took that opportunity to sneak into the headmaster's room, and as a result, I found this key.
So where are we gonna go? What you told me about yesterday, did that come from the headmaster's room too?
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Mukuro Ikusaba!
Mukuro Ikusaba!
16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Huh? Mukuro Ikusaba? Did you find out about this Mukuro Ikusaba while you were in there?
I did find a file in the headmaster's room that talked about her, yes. I don't know all the details yet, but one thing I do know is that Mukuro Ikusaba is dangerous.
Dangerous, huh?
In other words,
She may very well be the mastermind.
It makes sense that one of the students would actually be, and by having it be a student who's squirreled away somewhere where you couldn't just happen to murder them. This reminds me of a plot twist in another one of these similar games that I was thinking about. This reminds me of like 8 plot twists. Mastermind. Really? But didn't Alter Ego say that the headmaster was probably the mastermind?
No, the headmaster isn't the mastermind. I'm sure of that.
These are all possibilities well within parameters, stuff we've discussed already.
I don't have proof yet, but I have no doubt I'm right.
To make such a strong statement without proof, that's not like Kyoko at all. And I still wonder if we can even eliminate you, you know? So if it isn't the headmaster, does that mean Mukuro Ikusaba really could be the mastermind?
away.
This key is the big opportunity we've been waiting to get our hands on. Now that we've grasped it, we can't let it go, can we?
No, but I mean, what's this key even unlock?
So,
I don't know yet, which is why I need you to draw Monokuma's attention again, while I go and find out.
You're gonna get me killed, you know? So you plan on sneaking back in again? That is way too dangerous. And you want me to draw his attention, but we don't actually know there's just one mastermind, right? We know that at least one of the Monokumas has been destroyed.
Right? But there could be like a billion of them.
Yeah. If there's more than one person watching us,
right?
But they didn't catch on last time, right?
we've gotten that, and they didn't catch on to Sakura breaking the lock, but I mean, maybe we just got lucky.
Or maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time.
That is quite likely. Huh.
Like I said, we didn't get caught last night, but as you said, maybe it was pure luck.
Oh, really?
Wink, wink.
Well, as it turns out,
Which is why we're going to run the experiment one more time.
so nothing's actually going to happen this time. Or she's not going to use the key in any case. She's just
Maybe.
going to do something else.
Yeah. And if we're successful again, then what may have just been a lucky guess will be proven true.
As Kyoko talked, she was calm and collected as ever. I couldn't help but just stand there and listen. I'm really glad that the idea is to run it as an experiment again.
Yeah.
Because it could have
Could have been a fluke or something.
It could have been a coincidence. It could have been intentional. Monokuma could have just been, like, pretending he didn't notice.
Yeah.
Hey,
If it's true that the mastermind can't watch us and control Monokuma at the same time, then there would have been a period of time where the mastermind is vulnerable. What we need to do is find out for sure if that's
Yes.
actually true and if we can exploit it.
Yes, and we need to learn this. Fight back. Just like I was saying from the beginning. Maybe, but no matter what the reward, the risk is just no, stop! When I think what might happen if we stop!
why is that?
I don't think you need to worry all that much. After all, with minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion. No restrictions have been placed on our efforts to solve the mystery. Am I wrong?
Something that we pointed out, like, near the very beginning of the game. That we've even been encouraged to.
Yeah.
And that nothing was ever placed on us in the regulations telling us we couldn't look for a way out.
And if the door was already broken, Kyoko wasn't breaking any rules.
Kyoko wasn't. So
Yeah.
maybe that was okay, but that may mean that Monokuma...
If he fixed the door.
Well,
yeah.
that also might mean that because she wasn't breaking any rules, that Monokuma just let her do it.
That's
and
true.
still knew that it happened.
That's true.
And Monokuma, again, came to tell us that something was stolen.
Uh-huh.
Why did he tell us?
Yeah.
I mean, if he just wanted it back,
Could
couldn't he
have
have just
sent
made
to Monokuma to take it. But
couldn't he have
if
just
he
made
knew
another
what?
one? Couldn't he have just made another one?
What, another key?
Yeah.
That wouldn't change the fact that Kyoko has the key.
Would it?
Unless he just changed the locks.
Anyway, my point is that this was Monokuma doing something intentional, and if he really didn't want her to have that key, I'm still not convinced that she would have that key.
Right, right.
Yep, attempting to break into locked rooms is strictly prohibited, but if the room is no longer a locked room, and the person has already been punished, or dead in any case,
Right.
is it still a locked room? And it does say some areas are off limits at night,
Right.
but we don't know what those are. I mean, it's minimal restrictions after all, so we haven't been told. The only place we have been told is the dining room. And why the heck is the dining hall off limits?
I know, it's very suspicious.
Early on, we thought it was to replace the food. Maybe that is the case, but...
That would provide a possible means of egress. Even when I took the key, I didn't break any rules as far as I can tell.
But if the mastermind decides to do something, all the rules in the world won't matter.
Except he's always followed them.
Yeah. You could just kill us all without a second thought. Makoto is right. He could do these things, but he hasn't.
Yes.
I see.
In that case, even if the plan fails, we'll still be able to prove or disprove that hypothesis.
Which would be helpful for everyone else anyway. If you told them.
Yeah.
What?
Correct.
In a moment of crisis, will the mastermind break their own rules or adhere to them no matter what?
Yeah, that is extremely important to find
In other
out.
words,
We gain something whether we succeed or not. Now there's no reason not to do it, right?
But...
if you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward.
Thank you! Makoto just whining like this.
Yeah. You don't want to move side to side or backwards. You want to move forward.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the Monokuma Theater talking about the crab.
Mm-hmm.
Monokuma was saying, I don't want to move sideways, and even if you tell me I'm a crab, I can move backwards. I don't want to move sideways or backwards. I want to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, though, how that applies here.
Right.
I mean, couldn't that be construed as evidence that maybe Kyoko is Monokuma?
Possibly.
I am not sure if I think that's... I mean, I don't believe that's the case, but
Me
I
either, but
think we need to be paying attention to it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
In any case, that's also one of my catchphrases, so it's like, yeah, absolutely, you should do this. And I'm quite frustrated with Makoto for being so against this idea. But, So,
We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice.
I've been saying that since the beginning!
Hey,
Am I wrong?
No! At that moment, I finally realized I had never seen the slightest hint of fear or despair in Kyoko's eyes. Her gaze was firmly fixed on the mystery ahead, the enemy standing before us. And with that in view, she just smiled. It's pretty easy to only think about moving forward when you don't have anything to your back.
That's true. I can't change how I feel, and wouldn't if I could.
Good job. I really like that. Then Kyoko took something from her coat pocket and held it out to me. Oh, what's this?
it's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me.
Oh, God.
That's... no foreshadowing, no bad.
If something happens...
However,
I'm not planning on dying, but there's always a chance of it, and a death without meaning is unappealing.
So why don't you want me to see this now? In any case, I'm assuming what it is all the information that she's found that she hasn't shared.
hey,
Please, I want you to hold on to it for me.
Kyoko, why can't we tell any of the others about any of this stuff? Well, I'll hold on to it, just because you asked me to. But I'm gonna give it back at some point. You can be sure of that.
Indeed.
Yes, of course.
Hey,
Oh, and one more thing. Don't tell the others. Secret. Okay! You can't tell anyone else about what I've discovered.
This is why Byakuya doesn't trust you. Sure, because then there's a chance the mastermind might find out, right?
indeed.
Well, there's that too.
You mean there's something else? Something like, I'm the only one you trust?
I have to uphold my title as ultimate suspicious person.
Demonstrably, yeah, right? Demonstrably, it's true that she trusts Makoto and only Makoto.
Well,
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
I can't just forget that easily. Are you saying I'm the main character of this video game or something?
so then,
Okay then, shall we begin?
Makoto.
I'm counting on you, Makoto.
I just have to get Monokuma's attention, right? Well, I'll give it my best shot.
Bye.
I'm going on ahead. The rest is up to you.
Her curt goodbye was no different from any other time. And like every other time, she moved at a brisk pace as she left.
Well, time to run down the hallway naked, shouting for Monokuma.
So, if it wasn't that she was using a master key, because she doesn't know what it unlocks...
Yeah, she wouldn't have had it before she broke into Makoto's place.
I guess he really could have left the door open, but what if he hadn't?
Well, then she would have been breaking into a locked room.
I guess...
So that must have just been that simple.
Just awfully convenient that well, maybe...
Well,
it just would've
remember, Makoto is the ultimate lucky student.
There's...
Be it good or bad luck.
There's that. I mean, there's... Maybe she just would have rung the doorbell in any case, and that really would have been that. Well, what wasn't like every other time was the sudden knot I felt in my stomach as I watched her walk away. No. Everything's gonna be fine. I know it. Because it's Kyoko, and I constantly express blind optimism without any resolve behind it. Every so often he's got it. Talking to myself helped shake off some of my anxiety. I hear you there, buddy. And then I got to work. Okay, pants off, shirt off, got a towel. Let's do this. Hey, Monokuma, you can see me right. Get out here! I got a bone to pick with you! Then a few moments later...
Monokuma appears!
Well, this is a surprise. You being the one to call me out. Hey, by the way.
Huh?
What were you and Kyoko up to? Going to the bathhouse? Just the two of you? In the middle of the night? Pa-pump, pa-pump.
You know we've been spending a lot of time together, right?
Give me the deets, man!
Just the two of us all alone?
Definitely a hot and steamy moment, wouldn't you say? So warm and wet. So wet and warm. I bet you guys...
I ain't giving you any deets.
Removed to confirm with local and international censorship laws. All over her, didn't you? Flagpole. Not gonna talk, huh? Sure, I get it. Well, whatever. Unlike you, I have absolutely no interest in late-night bath scenes.
Whoa! I'll tell you.
Because I like to maintain a healthy life of observation, far away from X-rated exploits.
I don't believe you at all.
I'm a voyeur.
So, is that why there's no surveillance cameras in the bathhouse?
Bullseye.
Are you afraid of this type of contact? Or is it maybe because the lens gets all fogged up and you can't see anything anyway? Sounds like that's the bullseye to me.
Need something?
Anyway, you went to all the trouble to get me out here. Now what do you want?
Let's play a game. Do you like rock, paper, scissors? How about Othello?
Well, rock, paper, scissors doesn't work so well. I have paws.
That's a good point. What about Othello? The pieces are black and white.
Oh, I could get behind that.
I mean, well, there's just something there's something I wanted to confirm with you.
Whether I'm a mademoiselle or a dude fella?
Actually...
But in the Bear Kingdom, there is no male or female. I disagree.
That's completely untrue. Actually, there is.
Seriously?
My
Then,
entire
what am I?
existence! This is kind of...
Bip, 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 bip. That's enough. I'll get stuck if I think about it too much. So what did you really want to ask me?
Well, you told us earlier that your precious had been stolen. What is this precious of yours?
What do you think?
Listen, I'm sure this is a silly question. No way it's possible at all. But...
I mean, he's about to ask Makoto if he's doing what he's doing.
is that seriously what you dragged me out here to ask me? You gotta be kidding me! You gotta be 100 megaton frickin' kidding me! You're not gonna ask something useful like how to get the best honey? Or earth sign breeding tips?
You don't know any earth sign breeding tips. You don't even know if you're...
I've got Wikipedia!
You don't know the difference between a dude fella or a mademoiselle.
This is just crazy. Are all pubescent teen boys as nutty as you? God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and boop. That's it.
6 letters.
She only told us about the key.
So what'd she steal that was 6 letters?
Folder?
What?
Folder? Folder?
Locker?
Oh! Oh, no. We can't now. We can't not.
So wait, what was that second thing that Kyoko didn't tell me about?
It's a blank, stupid! A secret! Fill it in yourself.
6 letters.
First word sounds like...
I'm waiting!
Make me trudge all the way out here for that. I'd like to see what's going on in that brain of yours. And the next time you summon me for something so stupid, I'll open up your skull and find out.
But then how will I ever find out where to get the best honey?
I hope that was enough.
Dropping more than a few swear words, Monokuma stormed off to conform with local and international censorship laws. Huh. Well, I hope I kept him distracted long enough, just like Billy said. Now all I can do is wait and hope Kyoko makes it out okay. No, she'll be fine. It's Kyoko after all. I'm sure she's fine. Right? I went back to my room and laid down, doing my best to settle my nerves and get back to sleep.
Watch him be surly in this one.
Brought to you by Spike Toonsoft Company Limited.
Or, you know, it's a
marketing ad.
I don't know, that might be porn.
Ah, very well. Very possibly. What?
Excuse me?
It's Sakura Warrior.
Yeah, it's like right out of Dynasty Warriors. Yep. Excellent. Okay, I want to play this game now.
Use her Muso.
Why isn't she had Taisha Tsu's weapon? Shouldn't she have had like the Sabatons or Tonfa or something?
Oh.
Ah, okay, so it's like Strike Force where you fight bosses.
This is crazy.
Why are you just standing there? Come on! Sakura's Revenge! The game the world has been waiting for! Unfortunately, development has been cancelled. Of course, if you don't have people buy Danganronpa, who knows?
This super stylish, super fashionable game was cancelled during development.
Well, it was, you know, maybe you didn't have the right to blatantly clone the Muso games without adding something substantively different to it, like Sengoku Basara.
But it'll start back up again if Danganronpa sells well.
But it didn't! That's a lie!
Then you guys have to recommend it to your friends, too.
What in I like how I bring up the idea of like a marketing AI, and then there's like a commercial here.
It cannot be. You can't fail to notice that. You can't fail to notice that.
Good morning, everyone. It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine. Get ready to greet another beautiful day.
Maybe Monokuma was actually just a jaded salary man. Mukuro Ikusaba, indeed. Pah! My body feels so heavy this morning. It's like I dreamed of something that actually would be kind of cool in like a Warriors Orochi or something like that. Must be because I was up so late last night.
Plays Genocide Jill with their scissors.
Yeah, why
Maybe a
not?
giant pair of scissors, I don't know.
Doesn't need to be giant.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying Sakura didn't need like twin rods. Okay, she just needed like the Sabatons or glove or something like that. Anyway, I need to get to the dining hall.
Well, he may need to get to the dining hall, but it's about time for us to get out of here too, so we'll see you guys next time.
I want to keep going though.